Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Spider Rack. I'm here with my boys, PD and Cal. Say what's up, guys.
What up?
Calvin Ellis here, ready to rock.
Hey, so today we're going to be looking at that classic story that's going to pop out the world, The Three Jokers. That's right. This is a classic. It's going to become an award-winning comic. The artist, the writer, we're talking about Geoff Johns. So long may he live. Jason Fabok, fantastic art. All I got to say is that after our discussion here, it's like one of the best comics we've read in quite a long time. So I'm going to pass it over to my boy Cal to give us a little bit of a little background on where this story started, and then we're going to go over to PD, who's going to also agree with me on the assessment of the book. So thank you very much, Cal. And PD, so what's your assessment of the book that you were saying before? No.
Okay.
Sorry.
Do this the right way. Okay, not your way.
I misunderstood what you're saying, bro.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Back we bit of background though. Without going back too far, because this actually starts before Grant Morrison. But Grant Morrison, during his Batman RIP run, posits that the Joker is like goes through phases. There's like the initial phase that we got from 1939, and then the second phase was the Silver Age, where he was more of a he was pulling off these robberies, these capers, that type of thing. And then the more murderous phase, which that's the guy who shoots Barbara Gordon, kills Jason Todd, kills Sarah Essen, Commissioner Gordon's wife. This is much more of a killer at the end of the day. Right. And this pops up here and there throughout the DC universe, most notably in the DC Showcase 95 series, where the Joker either headlined or was a part of that series for the year, and Countdown to Infinite Crisis 39, where again, we see that three Joker thing going on. And the most prominent one was in the Justice League series, where Batman takes on the powers of Metron. He gets to sit on the Mobius chair, and one of the first questions he asks is, who's the Joker? Who is the Joker? And he finds out the answer is that there's three Jokers, which, me as a reader and a lot of other readers were like, hey, what? There's three Jokers? Let's find out what this is about. So there was supposed to be the series, and that was supposed to debut about 2016, if I remember correctly, but it got pushed back. One, it got pushed back because of Doomsday Clock, which was late, and that pushed it back. And then two, because of other things that Geoff Johns was doing. So now that it comes out, it doesn't even come out regular DC. This is now DC Black Label, which is the way of letting you know that, hey, this may not, you can enjoy this, but don't think that any of this is canon. To be quite honest, if it had come out any later, Doomsday Clock would have been a Black Label. That, when you think about it. So that's where the series is at right now. Great art from Jason Fabok. It's an incredibly ambitious story on the part of Geoff Johns. I am really not sure. For myself, I can't say that he nailed it. I'm really not sure how this resonates with readers going forward.
I could tell you exactly how it resonates with readers. Is doing gangbusters, bro. It's going to be one of the top things out there. In the shop, people are coming over. You have racks upon racks upon racks, which means there's bags of cash. So clearly, probably your hat is a little too tight.
But we got Rob Liefeld over here, right? Like, hey, look at those numbers. Look at that money. Of course, it was great. Look at how much money it made. What about the story?
So what we're talking about, right? But the story goes off. Basically, you have Batman, Batgirl, and the Red Hood. They're investigating a series of crimes being committed by Jokers in various locations at the exact same time. So this way, they're trying to figure out, hey, we thought there was one Joker. Is there more than one Joker? And of course, as they start delving into it, they find that there's a little cabal of three. What tends one of them. One of these guys, one of these Jokers is the Red Hood gets a hold of him, and he does the ultimate, the one thing that you're not supposed to do, right? What does he do?
He kills him.
Of course, because he suffered serious consequences.
You're muted, Petey. You're muted.
he suffered serious consequences. Let him say mute. He
Wait,
suffered.
before you go too far, do the three Jokers know about each other?
Yeah, they're working together. It's a
Okay,
cabal, bro.
that's what I want to make sure. I want to make sure I know that.
It's a
Keep going.
cabal.
No, the way this, I gotta remember. Hopefully, I'm understanding this correctly. Pretty much, you have the first Joker, the guy who appears the first time. That's the Joker. Okay, that's the guy we meet. And like a copycat serial killer, he inspires these other cats, okay, who come in, but they're different. Okay, so that's how you get the Silver Age guy coming in. He's like, hey, I'm just gonna come over here, try to rob banks and get money and pull up, things. And if I kill Batman in the way, hey, not a big deal. But that's not really what he's about. And then you get the other guy. This is the guy with the crowbar. I'm gonna kill Jason. This is the guy who I'm gonna shoot Barbara. And all of this. So the whole idea is there's three separate guys, though. It's three separate guys. They're working together, not even necessarily to make Batman's life miserable. I'm not sure why the hell they're working together, because there's no really firm reason at the end of the day. And something else that almost took me out of the story was Batgirl and Jason Todd working together. Because there's no reason for the two of these guys to work together. I can see him working with the other Robins, but he had almost no interaction with her at all while he was Robin in pre-crisis and post-crisis. So it's like the first time I can even remember the two of them actually almost speaking to each other for the most part. But
they working together, was it just working together, or was it more than that?
He at some point, Mars didn't tap in this, but the Joker abducts Jason Todd, and he almost does a Batgirl on her. He like strips him naked, tortures him, all this type of stuff. So he gets rescued, and when he gets rescued, he's like, "F this, I'm killing him." He's like, "I'm killing him." The only thing that he says, he's like, "I hope that was the right one."
Jason Todd kills the Joker, and that's what the crazy thing is, You
gotta expect that. I mean, that was some other parts with the writing that I didn't like, because Jason Todd takes it to Batman where he's telling him, "Oh, you never avenged me, and the Joker's been running around this, that, and the other." But that happened. I mean, Jason Todd has been back on the scene for a good, what is it, like almost 20 years now since they brought him back? It's over 10, or let me not go that far, but it's over 10 years since they brought him back. Yeah, it might be years. And there's been enough reconciliation between him and Batman at this point that when he's saying stuff like this, it really sounds like we're going back in time to where Jason Todd should be as a character, where he hasn't necessarily gotten over what's happened to him, but he's definitely moved past it enough where he's able to, have a better sense of self. So some of those lines just didn't make a lot of sense. And then it seems like Johns, who's usually pretty good when it comes to knowing DC history, forgets about that episode of Nightfall where Batman beats the smack out of the Joker, and every time he's punching him, he keeps saying Jason Todd. And the only thing that really saves the Joker, the Joker got saved because they were fighting in a sewer, and Batman looks like he's gonna kill him. He just keeps punching him, Jason Todd, and Joker's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And he punches him again. He looks like he's just gonna punch him until he's dead. But they're in the sewer, and if I remember correctly, I guess somebody opened up one of the valves, and this big rush of water comes. Once again, the Joker gets saved that way. This guy is like master getting saved by some rush of water or falling off an edge, and then falling in the water and we don't see him or something like that. But those are some of the things we got, just out of the first issue. But yes, Barbara Gordon decides to console Jason Todd, if you will, by giving him a little smooch, a little booch.
That's what I was worried about.
Yeah, that has to happen because Barbara Gordon can't keep her hands off somebody who's been in a Robin suit.
Yeah, but the problem is that they keep doing this, and they keep making her the love interest in so many other things, and they need to stop that. You know what I'm trying to say?
She's the only girl there. What else is
I know.
happening?
Well, you have a whole plethora of Batman characters, and from the Outlaws on down. Come on, give me a break.
There.
Well, in this story, yes, but I'm just saying they got to stop doing that particular.
No, overall, it's Batgirl, and then who else pops to your mind?
Batwoman, Catwoman,
Batwoman is not looking. Batwoman is.
I know, but I'm just saying. And
the other Batgirl, we don't hear from that much anymore.
All right. And then we also
Yeah,
have
her name isn't even Batgirl. She's orphan now. We never see her.
Her name is Orphan.
yeah,
Yeah,
Orphan.
because she's not Batgirl anymore. Look, that's
She's
just how
orphan.
it works. If you're the only girl there, you're gonna get passed around like a joint. That's just it.
It's not cool, bro. It's not cool. But look, getting back, we're digressing. The question is, there was a point where she could have stopped, and that's what Jason holds her to and says, hey, if you really wanted to stop me from killing the Joker, you could have stopped me. You were fast enough.
This is
And
true.
she starts doubting herself, like, yeah, it's not the right thing to do, but she does. She didn't stop him. And so you're like, oh my gosh, he's trying to pull one over. But the point of the matter is he killed the Joker. Whether that's the right Joker, the one that tortured him, or not, that's what he did. And so, Barbara in the next episode starts talking to Batman and saying, yo, look what he did. He did something bad. What are we going to do? What are you going to do, basically? Because she's looking towards him for leadership. And Batman, being the dark, quiet, mysterious type, he ain't saying what he's going to do. You know what I'm trying to say? He's just trying to solve the crime. That's too much emotion, too much complication for him to delve into.
Because he doesn't know what to do. That's number one.
The Batman always knows what to do. First of all, take that back. The Batman always. I'm just saying he just doesn't want to deal with it at this moment. All right.
He didn't know there were three. He didn't know there were three Jokers, so he doesn't always know what to do. That's one.
Yeah.
And two, if you look at Batman's character, it's also regressed. This is also a Batman who is not pace. He's not a pace of the Batman we're seeing in the regular comics, which again makes me believe that this is going to be an Elseworld or something. These are not. They're not a pace. They're not a pace with where these other characters are at. Rather, they're not a pace with where they are in the other books. So, I mean, Jason killing the Joker, I can see why they did that because somebody should have killed the Joker a long time ago.
But then there wouldn't be any
three
story.
of them, so you can kill two and you still got the Joker.
Well, it feels like it's more the. I was gonna first say the Cross Time Kangs, where it seemed like they killed the real Kang in the Avengers in the 80s, but then we have an earlier story, which is obviously Superman Red, Superman Blue, which ingeniously did the thing where you don't know which one it was, but does in the kid's mind it matters, but at the same time it doesn't really. So that's a real cool thing. But it seemed like there's nothing new in comics, regretfully. So.
That was a good smackdown right over the face.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's
some twice toed tail. You don't need to be here.
The matter said,
Yeah.
It was hard, man. That was hard. Wow.
It
You should have a
doesn't.
T-shirt on saying, I didn't spend my money on this.
Can you see this? Did you see that, bro? You see that cover?
Oh, wow.
Down. You see the cover? I got it.
But that's
So,
the
don't
end
tell
of
me.
it. And how does it end? He just killed the Joker. What? That's. We
It ends with Jason Todd going. I'll give part of it. Jason Todd goes over to Batgirl and says, "Hey, what about us?" And she's like, "I don't understand. What about us?" And he's like, "Well, didn't we have something right here?" And she's like, "I think you misunderstood that, Jason." I was like,
Oh, yeah, the cold shoulder.
that is
Wow.
Grayson cookie. Oh man, okay. Nobody else is getting a bite. Oh, you may get a nipple, but you can't get a chip. Hey, well, you go ahead. You go ahead with the best parts. Since I don't want to seem like I'm torching the whole thing. Go ahead, give him the ending.
No, I'm just saying that.
Any of the good parts, Mars? Any of the good parts?
Any of the
Besides the
good
fact
part.
that it made money, what else do you got to say about it?
I got to say a lot about it. I mean, the fact of the matter is not, and this is going to be a spoiler review at the very end. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm going to give the answer, what the biggest part of the whole thing is. But first, I just want to highlight that they brought in Joe Chill. Joe Chill, the guy who killed Batman's parents. They brought him in because what the Jokers are trying to do, one of the things they did in trying to capture the Red Hood, they figured, hey, since one of us is already dead, and of course was killed by the Red Hood, let's try and make another Joker. Let's use Joker to let's just do the whole Acme thing, drop him in the vat, because they've been making a whole bunch of little Jokers all around, but none of them are zany, criminal, smart like those top three. And so what happens is they want to put Jason in the vat, make him, but it doesn't work. He's not going to be one, So they say, hey, since it didn't work with Jason, let's go back to Batman's beginning. Let's do who? Joe Chill. So Joker knows Batman's identity. right? So the thing that we've always been struggling with over time is, does Batman knows Joker's identity? And this is answered at the very end of the book, and we'll touch with that a couple of minutes later.
No,
but prior to all,
this
but
goes
prior
along
to
with what
that,
Petey said, because we've never seen Joe Chill be the Joker before, right, Petey?
No.
Never in a movie. We never. Oh, wait a
Oh
second.
wait, we did.
That was 1989. The Jack Nicholson Joker.
Damn you! You got me.
Yeah, there's nothing new. You got when you steal them from Tim Burton, there's nothing new.
yo, you are so wrong, bro. You are so wrong. So so getting back, you keep interrupting and breaking up the whole shebang. But they killed. What ended up happening? The second Joker ended up dying. In a whole altercation with Batgirl and Jason Todd, and when he passes away, we find out who the real Joker is, because that Joker actually kills the last Joker. So we're like, yo, you're like, what? Why would he want to do that? He basically explains what goes down. That basically he has been Batman's greatest nemesis. He's always known who Batman was. He knew what to do. There can only really be one, and Batman has basically been dealing with them. There are three Jokers, that we've been seeing there. There is the criminal, the clown, and the comedian. And those are the three Jokers that we start off originally with the show and how they're dealing with. And I'll let you decide which
comedian though. Is a comedian?
That's what's his name's Joker, Alan Moore.
Oh my gosh! Oh gosh! Wow!
The criminal is the original,
and the clown is what? Cesar Romero.
Yeah,
it's a joke, bro.
So DC to call him a comedian. Oh my gosh!
Yep.
When I think of comedians, I think of just comedians. I understand stand-up comics are dark. They don't go out there murdering people.
No, when I think of comedians, I think of guys who are guilty of attempted rape and written by Alan Moore. I mean, that's funny, right?
Yeah,
no, it's not funny.
That's why he was called a comedian.
He was the comedian, but why did he never say anything funny? Like, okay, we get it.
That's the joke.
Oh gosh. Well, wait a second. You said something that the Joker always knew who Batman was. Does that mean that
It also means Batman knew who the Joker was, because at the end he says, "Hey, I'm Batman. I knew who the Joker was the first week that I met him. I knew who this guy was." So that brings in this problem. You're the world's greatest detective. How did these guys put one over on you for years?
He's saying they didn't. He knew who they were. I mean, he knows who the family of the Joker, but that doesn't get you to any other step. The Joker is so totally divorced. Batman, first of all, so what he says, he knew who the Joker was from the get-go. He knew who he was, his family and everything, and he actually is protecting his family. So that's the big spoiler there, from who the Joker is, because he wanted to make sure they wouldn't be harmed by the Joker. The Joker is divorced from that. He's a guy alone. He's not following any of these things. He's not connected to any of these things, So that's why I think, you may disagree, that the family of the Joker is going to come back again, be impactful in another series, maybe another Black Label series, or probably they'll include it in the whole series. But that's what I think.
Yeah, I don't know how you can go any further. I just don't know how you can go any further with this story. You can't make this canon. It's too unwieldy. I mean, as its own self-contained story, okay, you can enjoy it that way. But to try to introduce this, I mean, you undercut so many other stories that happen. And then you got to understand, well, which guy was doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Which one was it? No, this works pretty well as an Elseworlds. You can leave it there. But the thing is, they had this about 4 years ago when they were planning on, okay, we're going to do Rebirth, and we're probably going to have some multiverse stuff going on too. They could have done this and gotten away with it, and like, okay, fine. And then you do the reboot, and then, all right, none of this really comes in. Now, especially with Didio out and a lot of the plans, aren't there. You got Future State coming down the pike. Where does this fit?
It fits in the
Does
pocket.
it matter?
The money,
Does it matter?
the money
Exactly.
in the pocket.
Oh, it fits in the bag? Fixing that bag of money? Crying to the bag of money? That's what you're saying?
That's right.
He's about that bag. But, wait, all right. We do have a comment from Once and Future Badass Returns that says that, there are some missteps, but, you're saying the art is good, and the story at least okay?
Excellent. Fantastic. Award-winning. Eisner. That's all I got to say.
Yes. The story is at least okay.
I can't. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's going to be off the chain. You can't look. I don't know what he's. I don't. Again, I think his head is a little too tight. He can't really see and hear well, and the brain is just being, suffocated.
The
But
only
this
thing
is
that's
going to be a
tight
thing.
is your grip around that bottle that you've been drinking regularly. If you think I'm going to let that slide, okay, that's the only thing that's tight.
Well, ultimately, this is. I mean, this is almost as if the Doomsday Clock is sort of a magnum opus. This would be like a little exciting romp for Jeff Johns, right? Wouldn't that be, I guess, sort of the thing? Because I wasn't expecting it.
Well, that's a good escape. Yeah, that's a good escape right over there.
But you see, you're 100%.
Yeah, it's a romp. It's a romp.
No. I'm glad you brought that up. You're right. So you had Doomsday Clock, a book that was late, a book that that some people were a little underwhelmed because they thought that whole fight between Superman and
Jeff
a
Johns
god.
commented and said, "Hey, are you complimenting me or are you trashing me?"
Are you serious?
So that was a
Jeff
problem
Johns,
there.
no. We're on your side, Jeff Johns. That's you. Yeah, we're on your side. Okay. We can talk about this stuff privately. I'm trying to get put on.
But what I'm saying is that, so you have this book. I think this book comes back and knocks it out the box. I'm trying to say, yeah, you try to enter the Watchmen universe, but it was too long, unwieldy, huge story. This goes straight to the back.
Doomsday Clock?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
I'm going back to this. So I'm saying this
Oh,
book.
wait a second. Hold on.
Let me finish what I'm going to say, bro.
No. You should have known better than that. Doomsday Clock was. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, no way. Okay, the reviews, the money, the sales on all levels. Okay, Doomsday Clock hit every single mark it was supposed to. Right now, you're gonna have to
wait. It was
wait
late.
to see.
It was late. It was late.
This one was late too. 4 years. 4 years.
No. We're talking about this came back to back. 1, 2, 3, bam.
Yeah,
That. All right, sir.
Back after he finished Doomsday Clock. This should have been out already. They've been talking about this for 4 years. They've been trying to get this out literally for 4 years.
Okay. Whether or not
Are you typing into the computer trying to do some research? Research.
Muted at least.
It's like 4 years. No. Okay.
Look.
Doomsday Clock hit every single target that thing was supposed to hit. That was the top selling book. Okay, 212 was the top selling book when it came out in December. And that was the only book that actually went higher than 100,000 copies, if I remember correctly, at that particular time. So this book right over here, you have to let this sink into the public first before you start saying all of that. Doomsday Clock, Doomsday Clock without any doubt, okay, what Petey said, definitely magnum opus. He accomplished what he was setting out to do. Well-written story, excellent art from Gary Frank, okay, and you're definitely gonna be some more stuff to come out of it. This right over here, obviously, it's got at least one big fan. It's got one big fan right over here. But I keep saying this. This has a similar. This much I'll say. It has a similar problem with Doomsday Clock, but because Doomsday Clock was late, it becomes, where do you put this? Where do you put this in the scheme of things? Because so many things have happened and so much time has moved on.
Wait, hold on a second. The problem with this whole thing is that the reality is there's been so many different Batman stories. Batman Hush, Batman, what is it? Year 1, Year 0. You can't even. You're trying to say, oh well, all these it's not going to matter. This is going to impact, just the way like Injustice Among Us impacted us. We're going to see this hit. I'm telling you, people are going to say, so who's Joker's family? Who are these guys? Is there going to be a little Joker? Does the Joker connect? Does Batman stop?
Wait, we got to stop you at Little Joker.
Little Joker.
Little Joker like cards?
I'm just saying,
we
see the Joker.
You got Little Joker, Big Joker, and Little Joker.
So the comic Joker has a child.
There's too many dude jokes you can make with this whole little big Joker. So we're gonna have to just stay away from that at the end of the day.
Well, I'm not making those jokes. I wasn't thinking about it, unlike you guys in your dirty minds. You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh my.
But I'm just saying, this is why I think this story is going to continue. The money is in it. DC's going to be saying, yo, ching, 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 give me some more of this, And it's a doable story. You do another 3 issues, It's a doable story. You have someone with the
Three
talent of,
more Jokers. That's the next one.
what about Joker and a half? I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say?
Big Joker, little Joker. Joker's wild. Let's keep going.
Joker, keep going on. You know?
Joker. All right, so we've saluted the three Jokers long enough. Mars will not let it go.
This time it's for the money.
So all I gotta say from our, we've all come to a consensus that Three Jokers is considered one of the better episodes, one of the better comics for the year. I'm not talking about the month. We're talking about this Corona period. I'm talking about from the year, the whole year. I don't see any other storyline coming forward with the amount of gravitas, entertainment, and shot. Huh?
That much I can agree with you on, because Empire was definitely not the story of the year. That was definitely the story of the year.
Empire, yeah, Empire was disappointing.
Actually,
I want to do a buy it or
this
skip it,
hasn't
but
been a great year. For whatever reason, you can say Corona, what happened? There hasn't really been this there's been no real story. Maybe one of these indie things has some stuff going on, but even then, I don't want to start critiquing indie too much, but story-wise, yeah, nothing really jumped out.
Well, somebody just said something. X-Men Sword looks good. Have any of you guys read that?
Whatever.
You're gonna stick the X. We can't get into that right now. We gotta go
X-Men.
on
Oh,
other things.
come on, man. X-Men Sword. Look. I'm not trying to dissuade anybody. If you're enjoying it, you're enjoying it. But you know good and well where that's gonna end. Come on. Look at the title. X-Men Sword. Okay, we're gonna have an Excalibur story with the X-Men.
God,
Come on.
Isn't it my job to flip out on the X-Men?
With the X-Men, have an X-Men story, Professor Xavier and the X-Men versus Magneto and whatever villains he puts together, this type of thing, and just do like a classic story. It's nonsense at the end of the day. No, they need an alternative universe for some of those stories. Yeah, give me like an Age of Apocalypse story where you can do all that wild stuff and it doesn't mean anything a month later. I'm all up for that. But they did that whole thing with the House of X. Okay, everybody loved it. And does anybody even remember it now? No.
I thought the House of X is excellent. They're going to watch it. MCU is going to do a movie about that.
No,
they're going to drop it.
Krakoa. They got to do Krakoa first.
No, not Krakoa. No, not
Krakoa. Krakoa became a living island mutant. It's some wild nonsense at the end of the day. But then
people like it.
All of that. They did all of that. And because of the way that they treat the whole X universe, that stuff is almost passé now. Yeah, we're doing swords now. We're doing swords. We got Sword of Omens. We got Excalibur. Okay, we got Conan's father's sword. We're doing swords now.
Magic sword. The soul sword.
All right, we letting this one go.
Okay, well, hey, it was great talking to you. So, hey, everybody, once again, we just want to talk to everybody once again. So here, I say go out and buy the Three Jokers final issue. White Eisner Award-winning book, artist Jason Fabok, and of course the man himself.
That
Jeff
book won
Johns.
an Eisner Award already.
It will win it. That's the point I'm trying to say. It will win it. So we all three of us have agreed on this. So spin a rack.
No, I ain't agree on anything.
Spin a rack.
Out.
Later, y'all. Thanks for subscribe, comment. Hope you guys like it.
And like it. No, hope you like it. Like it.